Her smile shines as bright as the stars at night. Her heart is as kind as can be. She has the patience of a saint, but if you push her, oh Lordy. A straight talker is smiley. She's the salt of the earth. Make no mistake, she matters. Catch Smiley's story on a live stream. Oh boy, that girl can matter. Go Smiley. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Missing posters and stories of heartache and fear. She tells us all of the heartbreaking tears. She can sniff out the guilty from a mile away. If Smiley's on the case, then she's here to stay. She cares about these missing children. She cares deeply about them all. She speaks the truth with integrity. For the truth, she will seek it all. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. Smiley's questions are like a heat-seeking missile. She's going straight for the bullseye. Don't ever believe you can fool her. She's too wise, man, she won't comply. She values freedom like the 4th of July. She values respect even more. If you want to earn a place at Smiley's table, watch the clock, it takes time for sure. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your fear. If you break her trust, you're done for. Trust don't grow back like grass. So don't give Smiley a reason to doubt you, or that friendship will shatter like glass. She's a damn good woman, that much we know. She puts in the hours to bring them kids home. If your child is missing, you want Smiley on the case. She is always willing and she gives so much grace. She's a Smiley, alright. She's a Smiley. Make no mistake why she's here. She's Smiley, alright. She's Smiley. If you're guilty, she'll smell out your...
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Hey, Dawn, Emery, and Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Keep it real. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you this morning. Beautiful Janice, good morning. And Dawn Emery, good morning. Glad to see everybody here. Hello, hello. When I'm well, I want a big, juicy chicken breast and mashed potatoes. That sounds good. Oh, my God. Lady Q, beautiful Lady Q. Hello, good to see you, my love. Hello, hello. Good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Deanna Sanchez. Nice to see everybody in here. Good afternoon, Terry Parker. Hope you're having a great day as well. Beautiful Millie. Hello. Hello, everybody. Robin N. I love everybody in here this afternoon. Great to see you, my beautiful Janice. Hello, Christina. Hello. Hello, hello, Carol. Nice to see everybody. I think I'm at the bottom, but except who's texting me? Hold on just 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What is this? Hold on. Hold on just 1 minute. Hold on a minute. I got a text. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I just got a text. Hello, Lady Q. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm back, and Carol, hello, hello. So I think I am at the bottom. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. Okay, so I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, except for when I turn on this computer or I get emails and I'm alerted. Lisa B, always hello, hello. And I'm alerted to all the ugly things in the world, to be honest with y'all. And I think Clutch These Pearls had talked about this briefly on his channel, Rebekah Baptiste. I'm maybe saying the last name wrong. I don't know, but we're going to talk about it today. I know they're already in the preliminary hearing. And after I do this live, we're going to just, for the record, we're going to grab some lunch or take a break or whatever. And then I will come back and we'll go through the prelim on this. This is one I definitely want to follow through to trial and go through. But I will tell y'all, it's very triggering. You know, just when I think I can't see any more, much more evil than the last one, it seems like everyone that's done or comes along, hey, Mama, is more evil than the last. And again, just a little disclaimer, fortunate or unfortunate, we're all Americans. We all have that right. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. And I'm not responsible for public opinion. I have my own public opinions. So everything we say and do here is just for research, commentary, and all those good things. But I do have my own thoughts. And in Smiley's world, we try to keep it real, honest, and raw to the best of our knowledge. And that's what we're going to do today. Look, these kids need justice. Hey, Trooper's mom, Trooper and Iris's mom, and we're just going to talk about it today. Today is September 10th, 2025. at 12:12 p.m. Central Standard Time. So what happened to Rebekah Baptiste? There was a little girl, and her name was Rebekah. She was just 10 years old. This is another triggering case, so you might want to put out, thank you, Janice, trigger warnings. Trigger warnings all through here, to be honest, because this case is horrible. This case, from what they say that these people have done to her, is triggering. And drop through here links to child abuse, any links that might be helpful to people that people need. Go ahead, drop that. This was a 10-year-old little girl. Look at her on my screen. She was beautiful, beautiful. There's plenty of pictures out there. Sometimes you can't see what's behind that smile, can you? She was tortured. This is a terrible case, a horrific case where, again, parents or step-parents and/or are just monsters, evil, and should have never had the gift, in my opinion, of such a beautiful angel little girl who never deserved any of what she got and the horrific things that she ever went through and endured. See, in late July 2025, a 10-year-old girl that was on my screen, her name was Rebekah Baptiste. She was found unresponsive in a wash in Holbrook, Arizona. Paramedics performed CPR. They performed CPR on the scene. But she passed away 3 days later. 3 days later, y'all, on July 30th, 2025, at Phoenix Children's Hospital, which in my eyes, Smiley's eyes, that tells me 3 days later, she definitely suffered. She not only suffered the abuse and torture, she didn't pass away right away. She suffered 3 more days. She lingered and suffered. Doctors who examined her described her condition as consistent with torture. She was severely malnutrition, dehydrated, and covered. Her little body was covered in bruises. This is definitely a trigger warning, and I understand if you need to step away. They say her toenails was pulled out, missing. She had black eyes. Did you hear me? She was tortured. Tortured. There's several different definitions to that, but it's to cause intense suffering, torment, to punish or caress by inflicting excruciating pain and suffering. That's just the very nicest one. Her father, the evil monster that's on my screen right there, his name is Richard, and that's his girlfriend right there. Her name is Alicia Woods. So Richard Baptiste and his girlfriend Alicia Woods have been formally charged with first-degree murder in connection with Rebekah's death. They also face charges related to child abuse involving Rebekah's younger little brother. That's right. So there was a younger child, a boy, also involved. And of course, both of them entered a not guilty plea. Well, you don't expect that from anybody. Yeah, it's pure evil, Millie. In a Apache County Superior Court. I mean, of course they did. Not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty, not me. No way, Jose. Records from Arizona Department of Child Safety, DCS. I want y'all to listen to me. Show that there were multiple reports dating back to 2015, raising concerns about neglect and physical abuse in Rebekah's case. So, in my opinion, why was nothing done? Why was they failed? Why does it always take a child to die or to be permanently disabled or disappear and come up missing before CPS, DCS, DHS, whatever they want to go by, will ever take accountability? In my opinion, of course. In my opinion, they're too busy focusing on the wrong ones, the wrong cases, the wrong things. And to me, in my opinion, they need to get their priorities straight. That's my opinion. And that's not just one place. That's all over the entire United States. We see it every day. We hear it every day. And you can believe it. It's true. Now, the school people, I can't blame them. That's my opinion. They say the school officials at Empower College Prep, that's where Rebekah and her siblings attended, they say they contacted DCS 12 times. 12 times. Kind of like Sebastian Rogers' case. So I don't blame the school. But again, that's just me, Smiley, okay? But that tells me that they're mandated reporters. That tells me that they did their job. They noticed something was wrong and they reported it and they did their job and their hands was tied. What do you want them to do? Kidnap the child? You know what? That may be what comes next in this world. I'm just saying. It may come to vigilante bullshit. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying. But in my opinion, again, this was like Sebastian Rogers. The school reported, they reported 12 times. There was various signs of child neglect and abuse. However, DCS only reported 5 times to those calls. 5. They only got their lazy butts out there 5 times to initiate an investigation. What y'all think about that? Because I call bullshit. Now look, wake up. There was a troubling report early in 2025 that described Rebekah was forced to run as punishment without a bathroom break or a water break, or any water breaks actually. But this did not lead to any follow-up from any of the case workers. In fact, that case was actually closed. Remember that little girl? I think she was from Australia. Her name was Zahara. They made her run and run and run and run, and then I think they ended up chopping up her body. Yeah. Well, Rebekah here was made to run without any bathroom breaks and water breaks. And, you know, this is very troubling. If true, that's very troubling. And I do believe it's true. I can believe that. It don't surprise me at all. Rebekah was laid to rest in mid-August. The media released a police body cam of the footage revealing what her father and his girlfriend told law enforcement. They said that a neighbor found her and that she frequently ran away. They claim the daughter had knives and weapons at the school and a bunch of BS. In my opinion, I say someone needs to give the dad and his girlfriend exactly what this sweet little angel endured. But that's just me again. But hey, what do I know? Her school teachers, everyone, especially her school teachers and her school, described Rebekah as a very bright child. They said she was caring and loving. She was amazing big sister. They expressed how deep their frustration was, and all those things. My gosh, I say something needs to be changed. It should be changed. DCS said it will conduct a safety analysis review to understand what went wrong and to drive future improvements. Well, that's all fine and good, although it's a little bit too late now. I mean, after all, Rebekah's dead, tortured, gone. You can't bring her back. You can't rise her from the dead. And all the little girls like Rebekah and all the little boys, they were failed. So that's all fine and good, but it don't do any good, does it? They all need to be held accountable, in my opinion. I say, let them all go, clean house. Hold them accountable. Get all new people, some people who's trainable, some people who actually gives a damn about kids, somebody who can be aware and pass these awareness classes and do continue education, on the job training, continue that, and then act on it and do their jobs. Ray Charles can see that. It don't take a rocket scientist. You don't need a rocket scientist to figure that out. You don't need a rocket scientist to figure out how to fix that problem. A judge in Apache County has ruled there is significant evidence to send this case to trial. There was a prelim hearing, and there was 95 pieces of evidence that was entered, including graphic material, trigger warning, sexual abuse, malnutrition, dehydration, cigarette burns, bruising all over the body. There was inquiries found in very sensitive areas that was damaged or missing toenails. Clumps of her hair was gone. There was clumps of hair in the living spaces of the house. God. Torture. Like I said, we're going to take a break. We're going to watch some videos here in just when I quit talking. And then we're going to take a break, an hour or so, and we'll come back. I'll do another live if you can stomach it. We're going to watch the prelim. Because you definitely are going to have a break. Hello, everybody coming in. I appreciate you. Please hit the thumbs up. Let's get this out. Please, let's get this out. Because I'm going to carry this all the way through trial to the end as well. Something's got to be done. The system's got to be fixed. Things have to be done. Investigators detailed the harsh conditions in which Rebekah and her siblings were living. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have running waters. The floors were covered in trash and animal feces. Rebekah was sleeping on a pad on the floor with all of her siblings. They didn't share the correct bedding that needed to be shared. Her attempts to escape, such as jumping from a second-story window and seeking help from strangers, were testified to. Testimony included extensive injuries to Rebekah. She suffered bruises from head to toe, burn marks. They were all consistent with cigarette burns near her spine, injuries in her private area, visible signs of malnutrition, dehydration. She even had a brain hemorrhage, y'all, and patches of missing hair. I don't think you could get no more brutal and disgusting. Alicia Woods, the girlfriend, she had an amended complaint, which included first-degree murder, multiple counts of child abuse, 2 counts of child molestation. Nasty bitch. This is why I can't be a news reporter. This is why I can't be, God knows what jobs not to give me. Because as good as hard as I got, I'd be under the jail myself. I commend anybody who has to face these disgusting people. That's probably why I can't be and won't be. I know how to pick and choose, and probably wouldn't be in prison because I don't know. God only knows. I can't tolerate this stuff. Hey, holla girl. Hello, everybody. I mean, I start out good, and then y'all can hear it in my voice as I grit my teeth, and as I grit my teeth, and let me just show y'all. Let me just get a breath here. Let me get my breath.
Just creators, be very, very careful. Only use the studio music. And
I was like, just I mean, smile around and find out. Smile around and find out with Smiley. God only knows. God only knows. I'm just telling. Yeah, some people are just meant to be parent. Just, yeah. And this, I'm telling you, this is a horrible situation here. I ain't playing when it comes to kids. I just can't. I'm just telling you, it just really irks my nerves. You know, it really does. And sometimes I got to remember, okay, Smiley, take a breath. Take a breath. Just calm down. Just calm down. But some people just don't deserve, you know, some people just don't deserve this. You know, they just really don't. So, you know, I don't know, but they're indicted. They'll be back in court. They'll be back in court. They, like I said, they had many marks. It's just so many. I don't even want to keep going over this. You know, this Woods girl, she was horrible. She was horrible. Senator Crane Warner has initiated, he has initiated stakeholder meetings to strengthen protections for children in DCS custody. And Governor Katie Hobbs has also pledged to complete investigation into the department's handling of the case. Well, you know, they should do a lot more than that. The court, you know, indicated they'll be back in court in about 2 weeks to follow up on these settings. You know, like I said, we'll get lunch and we'll go over this, the prelims and stuff like that. But I do want to watch. Let's share and watch some of these videos, and y'all will get the gist of the story for those who have not seen it. Okay. And I don't even know which one we're going to start with first, but it don't really matter. It all comes out the same. Okay. It's sad. And that's all that matters.
Police say was killed by her own father, and his girlfriend is laid to rest today. This as DCS faces scrutiny over whether reports of abuse at her home were properly investigated. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Jared Dillingham.
And I'm Nicole Kreitz. So many questions. We also have some newly released police body cam footage from the day RebekahBaptiste was found as her dad tries to explain away her fatal injuries. Our investigator, Amy Cutler, has been following this case. An emotional day for everyone who knew this little girl.
Exactly right.
Hey,
so
Betty.
many knew and loved little RebekahBaptiste. She had so much promise. Teachers called her smart and kind, an amazing big sister. And as so many gathered to say their goodbyes, that new body camera video shows what her father and his girlfriend told police about her injuries. This is how so many will remember RebekahBaptiste. That smile, her bows.
How long has it been since you found her unresponsive?
We don't know. The neighbor brought her. Holbrook police body camera shows the response last month when Rebekah's father, Richard Baptiste, and his girlfriend, Anicia Woods, called 911, and dispatchers had them pull over. Paramedics started CPR, and officers asked how the 10-year-old ended up unresponsive with severe injuries.
She's been running away for the last 3 or 4 weeks since we've been here.
Okay.
She ran away this morning. We went out and tried to find her.
The couple claiming a neighbor on a four-wheeler found the 10-year-old.
What's your neighbor's name?
I don't know. I just moved out here.
This is how they described Rebekah.
She can't be trusted in the building because she gets there. There's knives, there's weapons, there's everything.
She died 3 days later. Baptiste and Woods charged in her murder. This is the last known address for the family here in Phoenix. Police confirming that they were called to this apartment 12 times in the last 2.5 years. One of those reports involving possible sexual abuse of a minor, another for a missing child, and 2 of those reports for possible assault. Educators at her school say they called the Department of Child Safety, or DCS, 12 times. In Holbrook, the couple tried to explain that.
She has a long history with running to DCS and making up stories of her brothers.
So there has been DCS cases before?
Yes,
Oh
they
my
were-
God. That should have been a
An officer on
red
scene
flag right
asked
there.
investigators in Apache County to stop by their home.
It just sounds like something happened out at the residence.
Now, Rebekah died at the hospital 3 days later. Baptiste and Woods remain behind bars on a $1 million bond. DCS says they are conducting a thorough review of the case, but they have pushed back on the school's account. We are still waiting back for records from DCS. Jared?
Amy.
Listen, honey, they need to stop. What do they mean they're pushing back on the school? The school did what they were supposed to do, just like in Sebastian's case. I am so sick of everybody failing these kids. I am sick of it. What, 13 times they were called? Stop it. Let me get this next one.
There were 12 reports that they received over the last 10 years, meaning almost since this little girl, RebekahBaptiste, was born, there were concerns about her parents and their ability to care for her.
Is she breathing? I'm breathing for her. What do you mean? I am putting my mouth around hers and breathing the air in her breath. Yes.
This was a 911 call that brought first responders to RebekahBaptiste in Navajo County. The 10-year-old was unresponsive and severely injured after her parents claimed she ran away, found by a neighbor in a wash.
Do you know how to administer CPR? Yes, I do, unfortunately. I hear the EMS coming.
This was July 27th. Rebekah died 3 days later, a doctor calling what happened to her torture. Her father, Richard Baptiste, and his girlfriend, Anicia Woods, charged in her murder and for abusing her 2 younger brothers. At the time, the Department of Child Safety, the agency tasked with protecting kids like Rebekah, said she was known to them. But now they admit they investigated the family 12 times over the last 10 years. 4 of them concerned physical abuse. In October 2024, DCS said they received a report that Rebekah was observed with marks on her hands and feet and that the children were disciplined through exercise. A home visit was done, but the agency said the allegations were unsubstantiated. The case closed. Then in January 2025, another report said Rebekah's father would have her run as a form of punishment while not allowing her bathroom or water breaks. A home visit followed, and again, the allegation was unsubstantiated. The case closed. In May 2025, another call for physical abuse, Rebekah and her siblings saying they were being spanked as a form of punishment. DCS says they visited the family's home in Phoenix and that during that investigation, they moved to Concho, Arizona, and the department didn't have updated contact information. It was at this property where investigators believe Rebekah and her siblings were abused, ending in her death. DCS says they were still investigating those May claims when she died on July 30th. Now, important to note, DCS says that there were 12 reports. School, neighbors, families say they called many more times, so there's still a lot of unknowns there. In a statement, DCS says they will conduct a thorough review. They point out that Phoenix police investigated the family at least 5 times, and yet there were no arrests for child abuse and neglect. They stress that there was not sufficient evidence to support removing the children from that home, something they say is the last and most extreme option. Nicole?
Dozen investigations, unknown number of reports and calls into that hotline. Very disturbing. Amy, thank you.
Okay, well, how many times do you have to be called and have bruises from head to toe, and toenails pulled out, cigarette burns, and all the things before they decide that it's time to remove you? How many times? I just want to know. It's too much. Let me get this one off of here. I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this. All right, we got 15 Arizona. I got one more. Hold on.
Involving the state's child protection system takes a new step forward. This follows the high-profile deaths of 3 kids known to the Department of Child Safety.
Thank you, Hobo's Life.
10-year-old Rebekah Baptiste.
Somebody got a
Whose father is in
membership.
custody,
Hobo's Life.
accused in her
That.
death.
Please, thank
Tonight,
you.
I'm taking questions about that case straight to the governor. And
Yep,
for
they
the first
moved.
time, hearing from Rebekah's mom and grandma.
She loved pink. She loved balloons. She loved her brothers. She loved her family.
Rebekah Baptiste's mom and grandma experiencing immense grief, asking us not to share their faces.
She was so
But I have
smart.
to say, where
Telling us
was
on
the
Wednesday they didn't get
family?
to say
Where
goodbye
were
to the
they?
10-year-old girl.
Oh, I'm mad. I'm so angry. They hurt her so bad.
On July 27th, a police report says officers responded to
Did
an
they
intersection in
call?
Holbrook. A 911 call coming from Rebekah Baptiste's dad, Richard, and his girlfriend, Anicia Woods, who told police the little girl had run away and was found by neighbors. When officers arrived, the report says the child was not breathing and was severely injured. She was taken to Phoenix Children's and died on July 30th.
Well, I was with him for 11 years.
Facebook videos show Baptiste playing with Rebekah as a baby. Now he and Woods have both been charged with first-degree murder and child abuse.
And yes, it is a tragedy, but nobody's talking about how that little girl ran. She ran her heart and soul off to get help. We need to remember her as a hero because she's the bravest person I know.
Family says Baptiste and the kids had recently moved to Apache County. Prosecutors there saying that 2 other children in the home also had injuries.
She should be here today. We should not be having this conversation. Something has to be done. Something needs to be done.
Rebekah's death has sparked outrage. Her former school here in the Valley telling ABC 15 in the last year they contacted DCS 12 times to report suspected abuse and neglect regarding Rebekah and her siblings. Are you in touch with DCS about this case?
Yes.
Wednesday, ABC 15 asking Governor Katie Hobbs about Rebekah.
Obviously, this case is very tragic and had a horrible outcome. DCS is investigating internally what happened, And if there is anything that we need to do differently, we will implement that.
Do you think that DCS is doing enough to protect kids?
We're going to make sure going forward that we are.
DCS sending us a new statement telling us Rebekah's former school, Empower College Prep, called their hotline 5 times in the past year. They say just one of those times the allegations met statutory reporting criteria. We will follow up with DCS and Empower, the school holding a celebration of life for Rebekah next Thursday. As for state lawmakers, we're told the Joint Legislative Oversight Committee on DCS will have a stakeholder meeting on September 3rd. Ashley Holton, ABC 15, Arizona.
Okay. See, in my opinion, I agree, Trooper's mom. Where are these moms? And it bothers me because like the grandmas and stuff like that get up there and talk, but they don't want to show their face. Those are the ones that bothers me the most, that don't want to show their face. I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. But if you have nothing to hide and you're not embarrassed, then you hide nothing. Why did they not try to get them? I understand all about, I'm a grandmother, that grandparents don't have rights. But by gosh, you didn't know that something was going on. You didn't know, you don't listen to your grandkids. You didn't know this. Really? I'm just not buying all of this baloney. I'm just not. I'm sorry. And they're doing all they can to make sure everything's okay. Well, it's a little bit late for that, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong, but that's just me. Again, we're going to go to lunch, take a break. In about an hour or so, I'll come back on here. We'll do the prelim. Damn, I can't never say that word because they did have it, and we'll go over that. We must learn from this, I'm sure. And I say, if you suspect a child being abused or neglected, you can call the child helpline. The national hotline is 1-800-422-4453. It's available 24/7. Text or call. You can do the childhelp.org. You can do all the things. Hey, wait, what? Everybody coming in. I appreciate you being here. Share this live. Share Rebekah's story. Keep it moving. Keep it out there. Do all the things. Drop little hearts for Rebekah. Do all those things. Be kind to each other. Definitely. Hold on just a minute. Let's see what this is. Hold on. I got something here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I got a Cash App. I don't know if you want me to say your name. I'm just going to say MV. I don't know if you want me to say it on here or not. I don't know. Thank you for everything you do. $5. Oh, no, it's Angel Wings. Angel Wings. There you go. Whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to put your real initials on there. Sorry. I didn't see it till the thing. I didn't. She put Angel Wings there in the little thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you. Thank you, Angel Wings. Thank you. Whoop, whoop. Let me do this. I like to put this up, but I never get to. Hold on. Let's do this. Hobo's Life gave a membership. Hobo's Life gave a membership, and Hobo's Life, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I hope you're doing well. Donna did. Okay, welcome, Donna. Welcome to Smiley Squad. Whoop, whoop. I don't know why I can never see the members, never see who got the memberships. Thank you so much. Oh, and I want to tell y'all, Raymond's, I hadn't seen Raymond in here. If he is, I'm sorry. I didn't see Raymond. But Raymond is always a big supporter in here. And Raymond told me the other day, he told us all, if y'all were in here, about his little cousin. Oh, thank you, Hobo's Life. Hobo's Life gifted another membership. Thank you so much. Whoop, whoop. Before I go and we get lunch or whatever, I want to tell you, he's always a big supporter, and we appreciate him so much. But he told us about, well, he's told me before about his little cousin, you know, was murdered and stuff like that. Wait, what? Wait, what? Gifted one membership. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, what? Thank you. I appreciate that. Wait, what? Thank you so much. And anyway, so we talked, and I was going to pull it before, and I don't we're going to do that live on that. There's not much on it. This happened back in the 80s. I don't know why there's not much on it, but anyway, he don't even know this, but I had requested some records if they got it. I don't know if I can see it or not because it's little, because they had to go back to the archives. But he's agreed to come on here, and so we're going to have him as a special guest. I think he wants to do it Saturday because he works a lot. So we're going to figure out if everything works out good, and we're going to do it Saturday. That gives him time to kind of find more things as well. But surprise, surprise, Thomas, I got some stuff too. So this weekend, we're going to do that as well. And it's a sad, sad case. And I think Thomas was 13 at the time. He's talked to me a little bit about it, but yeah, so that's going to happen. So look forward to that. We hadn't discussed a time, but yeah. And prayers to Hobo's Life, and prayers to everybody that needs prayers. And I love y'all, and I will see y'all in a little bit. And we'll do this prelim because it is crazy. This case needs to go out. Please hit that thumbs up. I don't know if Bullhorn Betty's still listening or not. Thank you, Betty, for being in here. I appreciate you. I appreciate all my mods. I appreciate everybody. I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And y'all go eat some lunch. Talk to you later. See you in a bit. Bye.